Coal mining was a major employer in the South Wales valleys until the 1980s.
My only experience was underground working.
And I started off at 16. I went to Nant Colliery for my training for a few months.
I worked in about 5 or 6 different collieries up there.
Since the early 1980s, I've been documenting coal communities in the South Wales valleys. I've witnessed the decline of the coal industry through my camera lens. On the northern outcrop of the coalfield, coal seams rise, allowing open cast mining to take place. When coal is mined, it needs to be washed and processed. Onllwyn Coal and Distribution Centre, known locally as the washery, is situated at the top of the Dulais Valley.
We're an open cast mining company. The various seams are dug out. We blend those seams together, but when they're dug out, it actually contains the old soils really, which need to be taken out. So the process through the washery is to size down the massive lumps that can be dug out in an open cast site. So it goes through a series of crushers to get it down to a size that can be handled, and then it goes through a system of dense medium tanks where coal floats in dense medium and the rock and the silts actually sink. So you get a separation of the materials that are waste, don't burn, and the clean coal. And then that clean coal is then screened, sprayed with a clean water and the product size, so it goes to the customer in the size that they actually want to buy. It goes around the world. Welsh anthracite, the best. But I'm all for the clean environment, but I'm also sceptical and a little bit devastated because we have been killed off. Aberthaw was, killed off. They made a decision to stop producing power generation in Aberthaw 3 years ago. Our company had to change its strategy. And in a way, that's been good for Celtic Energy. It's given us a little bit more time with the products, with the coal that we had. But it's gutting to think of all the coal we've got under our feet that is never going to be mined or used, sold, because it would have been good for the economy of the country, isn't it? We ain't got much gas, we ain't got much oil, we ain't really got much of anything, really, apart from coal.
As you know, in April this year we did the ceased list. That'll be the end of coal production in Onllwyn. Now it's been going since 1937, which is what, 80 years, is it? 80 odd years.
The employees at the washery face the last company audit. Alongside the banter, the men work hard to make their environment safe. The washery is a dangerous place. It's all hands on deck to clean and tidy the fitting shop. So explain the audit, Leo. And
it covers everything, Rog, from the rail operation, the roadways, the movement of traffic, all the guarding, all inside here, everything. Cost reports, lift and tackle reports, everything you can think of. Like water control, the water goes out in the river. What else have we got there? This one up now. Down the garage, where the vehicles are maintained. You've got cost reports, first aid, equipment manual handling, lighting, working at night, the lab, weighbridges, main office, fitting shop. As you can see, everything's covered in there. Lifting equipment, manual handling. Yeah, all the compressors, are they serviced, are they maintained and all that, everything, every little detail.
But everyone chips in to
Everyone chips in, yeah. Everyone, yeah. You can imagine if one little thing there now, we'll get a little lower than 90% then, which they don't want to.
What's happening today then, Chris? You on the tidy up?
Yeah, just a general tidy up. We've got an audit next week, and we do like to be spick and span for our little audit. So yeah.
Who does the audit?
It's internal audit, it's done yearly, health and safety. Keeps everyone on their toes really. It's a pain in the arse, say politely, but something we've got to do, so we get on with it.
Moments ever. And also, I think we played in Rio at the Rock and Rio.
Started here in 1979, straight from school as a 16-year-old. Finished in school in the July, started here in the August as a little immature little boy. Didn't know nothing of the wide world. Came here in with a group of grown men as a little child.
So you're going to miss all this?
Definitely. It's the same as all the collieries when they plus you see blokes coming up there crying and miss. Hopefully, because you know most of the boys are from up there and my family's up there. You know, I obviously want to lose contact with them. It's only the most from one village, you know. So when you go up, you can see them all, isn't it?
It's going to be emotional for you then.
Oh damn, yeah.
If you had your time again, would you work somewhere else?
No, without a shadow of a doubt, no. I come that close to going to the Navy, which maybe have been different, but coming here, as I said, I haven't regretted a minute. Loved it, the job is diverse. The money's not that, but I've had everything I wanted in life. House, car, holidays, you know. Not rich, Rog, but if I want to go out for a meal, go out for a meal. If I want to go abroad, I can go abroad. I got a nice car. And, you know, could maybe have been richer, but maybe not happier. And look at the places.
It's a good place to work.
It is.
The only time you were thinking about moving was when you looked into that being a escort, but it never materialised, it?
No, there wasn't much call for fat dwarves back in... Bald fat dwarves. It wasn't much of a career move, was it, Chris?
No. We did look into it. We went to a first interview, but then they didn't get back to him.
Fucking hell. Chief. So bad,
Nothing else to me, man.
Right now, right? Go with. Which is it you don't know? The thing was... I came back to the coal industry because it was it's on my doorstep because I'm from Onlwyn. Yeah, it's been good, but it's coming to its end, yes. My only experience was underground working, you know, face worker and development worker in the collieries, that's all. So to be in the coal industry on the surface was quite new to me. Never worked in washing plants or nothing like that when I came here first. But no, it's been a good place to work. It's been you know, interesting. It's a good crack with the boys and that. And no, that's the bit I probably all will miss, is the camaraderie that has been in the industry, like. But yes, it's the time has come, and we're all aware of that, given you know, the global issues currently in hand. Like.
Coal mining was a major employer in the South Wales valleys. Some of the men working at the washery have been employed in the coal industry since leaving school.
I left school at 16. Probably the last day in school was end of May, June, and I'd had an interview with the NCB at the time, 1981, and I got taken on as a mining craft apprentice. We got Kevin Coyd Museum now, which was linked to the colliery Blaen Nant Drift. Blaen Nant Drift had a gantry coming out here, which was elevated over the river up to the baths, pitted baths, your lamp room, your fitting shop, and the surface area. So it's only 200 metres away, really. It's a little bit sad to see it like this, really. Then no bugger comes down here, I don't think. Apart from me, every 5 years, every 10 years.
Coal mining was a job many boys leaving school would go into. It was said on the first day they started, they went down the pit as boys and came up as men.
I am the greaser here, the lubrication officer. I'm changing the oils on all the gearboxes here on like a rotational basis. I'm gonna miss it terribly. I am. It's all right here, you know. Long as you do your bit, it all seems to be under control, and there's a massive shame it's going. I always knew the Greens would have their way. And it's all well and good if it's worldwide, but it's not. And what's going to happen is we're going to be exporting coal into the country. I mean, they're kicking off in Russia now. Old Putin will turn that gas tap off at the drop of a hat. We've got to rely on the Saudis for our oil. I think I do question the sanity of our rulers and our political leaders at times. I don't know what their end game is. These structures here, they're like 70-year-old, these are. All this steel work up there. It's been in there since the 30s. The dust in there. There's all the advantage with greasing. Whatever can be put off till tomorrow certainly can. Nothing's going to die if I don't do that in a day, yeah? And if it does, I'll just blame you. And when you look around, when I left school, there was 4 NCB collieries around here. You had this washery, Onlwyn, you had Maesgwyn, you had Open Cast over by here, where Nant Helen is now. You had Cam Gears, Metal Box, TikTok, the old Lucas, Dulais, the aluminium works in Riola. You're looking at about 35,000 jobs. And they've all disappeared in my lifetime, in my working lifetime. What's replaced it? Where Aberpergum was, you had Aberpergum, Blaen Rach, and a railway line, a viaduct going over the river to Aberpergum washery. And what's there now, McDonald's? There was 400 men working there. I can't get my head around it sometimes. I don't know, I think they want to drive the next generation into poverty because you can't see any way out of it for them. There's no big money anywhere, it's all minimum wage. And do as you're bloody told or off you go.
Hiya Paul, all right? I'm one of 10 children for a start. My father went through Africa and Italy during the war. Then he went into coal mining. Kevin Coyd did Axon underground. Then he came to the washery of all places.
I've got 5 brothers who were involved in the washery with 200 odd years service. I've been here 42 years. It's sad, isn't it? Really, really sad. We have been thrown down the river long time ago, Rog, to be honest with you. All this natural resources we got and going by the wayside. I know life has changed and we're supposed to be green and what have you, but to me, no, never. We haven't got the jobs yet anymore, have we? At the end of the day, where are these youngsters going to work? Where are they going to work? If you talk with 190 men, today we're only 28. We're producing just as much today as what we were doing then, in those days. But we had different shift patterns then. We had a 10-hour day shift and a 9-hour night shift. So I've done actually shift work for 42 years. And when I'm talking to you now, it's starting to snow. So in that sense, I'm freezing my bollocks off.
My name is Matthew Morgan. I'm a quality technician based in the on-site laboratory here on our wonderful site, Onllwyn Distribution Centre. We're doing daily sampling of coal and then we're preparing the samples, drying them off, analysing them, finding out the ash, the sulphur, the volatile, the moisture content of it, which is all helpful for our buyers to know, and obviously we've got to produce product which adheres to a strict specification. Dry the sample, work out the moisture, and we can do sizing tests on the coal to find out basically the size of the particles of the coal, which some buyers want to know. The rest of the analysis goes on in the next part of the lab then, which is a bit more scientific and a lot more refined equipment in there, so to speak. So, yeah,
I'll do the rest of the paper now once you've done the assessment. I'll put in a camera in a second. Bledin, he's operating with Celtic Energy. His ticket for the heavy lift forklift is about to expire. We test them every 3 months to make sure they're still familiar with the machine. Recertificate him for another 3 years. So he's just going to do a quick assessment. He's been done 4 times previously, going back the last probably 10 years-ish. Explain everything inside. What are these for? Spares. Just in case, isn't it? Explain everything in the card then. Just tell me where you stop there. Obviously you start stop the key. Yeah. Switches are what is written on them. Gauges? Heater. Gauges. Heater most important. Yes. I do a lot of companies in this area because I'm specialised in sort of open cast coal mining and this sort of work, you know. Ex-plant operator myself. It's a natural progression, I suppose, from operating. I went into supervising, then into general foreman, and it's just not natural progression through it. That's unloaded and empty. Just going to pick a full one up now and load the full one onto the lawn. Details on the front definitely black. No way. They're doing this day in day out. Like I said, it's not the first time assessment for these guys. These guys have probably been done 3 times previously. It's just a refresher assessment now to make sure they're still doing it safely, and that's good. Handsome chap, yes.
You want did on that?
It's the crime not to us.
Good.
Right, I'll go up again.
Yeah, swap.
I went to college and I started doing welding, and then I went to a welding shop in Dulais, and then I started working away then, and then a job interview came up as an apprentice electrician, and I took that in the washery, and I'm still here today. Well, it's a local place to work, so I'll have to find another job that's going to be further away to work, and it's good for the community, I think the job is, and it's helping out a lot of people, and it's quite a close community. It's good because it's giving us local jobs in the local area, and you know, if this place ran for the next 40 years, then I'd be here. I wouldn't have to look elsewhere, I suppose.
I left school. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just went to college, did the sport side of things. Played rugby with the college, things like that, and then did that. And then I went to uni, did sports science, but it wasn't for me. So then thought I wanted a bit of a change. So I heard there was a job going here, so I applied for it and just had the interview and just got the job. Just wanted to try something different, you know. I just was interested in how it all works, really.
I think, you know, at the end of the day, you've got to look in the past for the future. I really, really do. I think you've got to look what people are committed, and then what are we going to get out of it. You know, my father was such a, how can I explain? He knew what to say when you were to say it. And when he had 10 kids round about, when you shouted, you knew what was happening. But you had a conversation with him. He went through the war. He knew what was up. But when when he came here to work in the washery, and I thought, oh, it's a job for life. To die at a young age with all the children he left. And I think to myself, sometimes, God, when I had 10 children, where am I now? You know, it's smooth working here. It's been a good laugh, we've had good times. But at the end of the day, that's life, innit? That is life.
One of the men is finishing a few weeks before closure to start a new job. The men are giving him a send-off with a buffet.
There was another page I should have sent fucking clown fucking broke it.
Wait, don't take it out on me now, you want to do a bit of work for fucking 10 minutes on your own.
I thought around
First time in 45 fucking years.
around Turkey, not Robin.
Why don't you fucking sort it out next time, man?
How much is that?
£23.
You told Elvis £33. You made
Shut up! Put on camera!
Just cut it as you want there, innit? Cut it as you want there. Well, you just cut it, put all of that. We have got no plates. Do you need a plate? I don't need it. Do you want me to take the lid off the cardboard box for it, on there? We'll put on some cardboard. Towels. Put that cardboard box together.
Never had cheesecake. What is in cheesecake? What's in it?
not fucking cheese.
I know, right?
What? We won't taste cheese.
Stunning, isn't it? Yeah. Very sweet. That's all. We had one of these last night.
Yeah, but there's no cans of bloody pop then. We tell you. It'll be Moretti or something like that.
Yeah, that's not bad pop.
Final button.
You put the last bit of coal off the boot.
Even when you're on China, sufferer, you can put the final button in. Years ago, they would have been doing that. So the reason we're having a little get together is to keep morale up, and the reason is Paul Turner's actually leaving us today. Going to new ventures next Monday.
Yeah, on my way back.
Tata Steel. Down Tata. We started Monday. Not particularly, no. It's a job, innit? So lucky to get one just to get out there before the place shuts. Yeah.
I'll be alright, my pensions are kicking in. I got 6 years before the state pension comes, my house is paid, I'll manage. But that's only thanks to this place. It's, you know, you have to be a bit astute, we're not on the best money, but try not to live over your means and you should be alright. And we are slightly over minimum wage, I would think. But as for going anywhere else, where are you going to go? Well, where's people my age supposed to get a job? If they'd have invested in carbon capture and to appease all these greens, some of it, I'm a massive, I hate the pollution and litter. Real winds me up, that does. But as for, you look up there today now, we've got 13 wind turbines up there. Sometimes we go for a bike ride over the forest there, you can see 70 wind turbines from up the mountain there. And they don't bother me. But there's not one of them turning today. Not one. We're in the middle of January and there's not one turning. So, what's going on with there? How many days like that we get? What's going to happen before the lights do go out? Because it's going to be too late to bring the coal mines back. Even the ones that were mothballed. Was there any mothballed? I don't think there was there? They've just, oh, what happens if this place shuts? Think they're going to build another one? Yeah. Oh, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's madness.
want to finish now because I'm 60. And my old body, I've been in this industry for 40 odd years, my old body's starting to go now. But I don't want to go because I'll miss the crack with the boys, camaraderie of working here. The job's brilliant, I love the job. But as I said, the old body's aching out, getting up at 4:20 in the morning. It's starting to get a bit of a bind now, you know, Rod? Starting to get a bit of a bind. But I know when I go from here, I'll miss the place. Maybe it won't be for a few weeks, but I know then, getting up from bed, and then I'm going to work to go, you're missing all the crack with the boys and all that. It's going to be bloody hard. Hard. Especially been in the same job for all my life. That's going to be the hardest bit, missing all the boys. Because, to be honest, we're a good bunch here. We got a good camaraderie. Nobody hardly ever argues here. We get on well. We go out to work. We socialise. But it's all gone. 42 years gone. Devastating. Did get a bit emotional then.
What are you doing now, Matt?
Just putting the tear off for this train that's coming in. So just so we got a record, we can work out the net weight of coal going out then. So I've just got to keep an eye on these. Well, I've got to keep an eye on these weights now, just to make sure it's not overloaded or underloaded. So I let the machine drivers, the front end loaders, know that. So yeah.
So how long does it take to load the train?
It's about an hour and a half. But we've only got one loader. We're down a machine, so it'll take slightly longer today now. So maybe an hour and 3/4, maybe 2. Well, should be under 2 hours. I think they're budgeted about 4 hours. They got a 4-hour slot, the train sort of budget that they've got loading time sort of thing. So.
I've been tipped off that Neil is having a little rest in the cabin, so I'm going to try and catch him on film. Open the door.
Hey!
He's awake!
Come in, Rod.
Neil, they told me you were sleeping, man.
I was, Rod. Not sleeping, what do you call it? Relaxing my eyes, Rod. I've had a stressful day.
Why have you had a stressful day, Neil?
What?
Why have you had a stressful...
Oh, it's coming to the end now, Rod, and I'm stressed out, so I don't know what to do after this place, Rod. So I'm deep in thought now, thinking, what am I going to do?
You'll be alright, boy.
I'll be alright. I can't work with you anyway, Rod. I'm going to hold the furry thing for you. How are you, Rod? Right?
What's the furry thing on you?
Fucking the microphone. I'm going to be a sound man, Rod.
I couldn't afford you, man.
I'm cheap, Rod. £25 a day.
What's happening, Matt? Are you alright?
You're alright, Rod. Alright, buddy.
Getting closer now.
Yes. I'm getting closer now, Rod, you know. Devastated, as you said. I was hoping for my gold watch. But as you can see, 42 years I'm not going to make it. But yeah, as you said, I've had no other job. This is all I've known. And well, just not for me because, you know, I'm coming to the end of my career, but there's lots of boys here who have got mortgages in their 30s. Where are they going to find a job elsewhere around here? There's nothing in any of these valleys here. You've got to go, well, what's around your call centres, Tesco's, no heavy industry, everything has been decimated in my lifetime.
I've done about nearly every job here. But I was greasing before this. Then they made me a fitter. Then a job come out of the lorries. I had to go to the lorry job. Then a fitting job come about. I got back with the fitters now. And I think, well, another 12 weeks ago, I'll finish a fitter. It's been a good laugh. Good characters here. It's going to be a sad day when they shut this place. Very sad day. I'll be 62 then. Well, close on, 62. I don't think I'll be getting another job. Who wants to take a 62-year-old? If someone offers me a job local, I will do it. But otherwise, I'll just do a bit of hobbling. Just pass it until I get my state pension. Not a lot of can do, honestly.
Just get up, have my breakfast, just come in. It's good because you're just with the boys you like to be around. It's just a good crack. Like you don't mind getting up because you enjoy it. It's just it is a good place to come. Yeah, you just got everyone. It's just a good laugh. Like as well as working, it's a brilliant job. Like there's not really much here anymore at the minute. Really, it's just the washery that employs the Nant Valley and the Swansea Valley. There's a lot of boys here from those valleys. Like there's not much else here. The next big employment is really Tartar down Talbot way, really, you know.
I think it was the same when I started in the colliery in 1978. It was. The slogan they used to recruit colliers at the time was "job for life," but that was not the case in most cases. But then again, that's marketing for it. It's trying to get you here. But no, it's been we've had ups and downs. You know, we've lost two good mates in the colliery, but yeah, all in all, it's been good. It's been the job. Well, this area has always been coal.
What I need now, just this. I will go up into dry coal now, Rog, where the that dusty place we went last week. Such fun. Pump these pipes full of grease. I'll visually check the bed in. Yeah, that's fine. Three points of contact, just to make sure I wasn't sleeping in the health and safety meeting. What a load of nonsense. I'll do that.
I started here in January 2008. I was 24 years old. Still a bit wet behind the ears, I'll be honest. I'd been working for a local builder then. Before I came here, I was working there for, I think it was 6-7 years before I had the opportunity to come here.
Each day during the morning break, Sean and Merv test their music knowledge with the morning quiz on the radio.
Yeah, because your head fucking interferes with it.
In the last 2 years. Do you miss the travel?
Are you filming now, Rog? Yeah. What we do, we give ourselves, we go in west to east round the world race, and for every one you win, you get 10 miles. I've gone across the Atlantic through America, I'm in Fiji. He's down by Onllwyn roundabout.
No, I used to have an office in Ellesmere Port.
Picked myself up now, watch me fucking lose these two.
Don't sweat. Whether the actual travel will pick up again, maybe. But no, nothing anytime soon, I don't think. Have you got a full setup, or are you just in the kitchen? Oh no, Adele had a top 3 hit in 2011 with the song Rolling in the Deep. What? The Deep. Correct. Rolling in the Deep, 3 points. The song I Can't Explain was the top 10 debut for which classic rock band in 1965?
The Who.
The Who is
You said that
correct.
first. Yes, you
On to
did.
the bonuses, you chose It's Electric. Can you identify this group from a clip of their debut hit?
Yellow.
Give me the rat!
That to me.
It's their debut hit, but who is it?
Electric Light Orchestra.
It is the Electric Light Orchestra. Congratulations, 6 points. Which group sang about the new kid in town on their late 70s
Eagles.
hit single?
Don't even answer, points it down.
Sparks.
No.
No, New Kid in Town was the Eagles.
I love it.
Never mind.
Look good though. Look good now.
Look good, Dad. Hang on, let me do my hair. What's that?
It'll do.
Alright, cheers.
Could do with some makeup, but
Thank you. Hide my scars. There we are.
so how are you feeling, Paul, now?
Bloody sad.
What's the atmosphere like? What's the feeling with the boys?
So the team of men now have been bloody great, honestly. We've done a few things just to keep morale going, you know. Had a few buffets. There's 3 boys have already left us because they were lucky enough to gain jobs, so they've gone a little bit early. We need bloody coal. We got a cement, concrete industry that needs coal. We've got a steel industry that needs coal. You cannot get away from it yet. Well, at the moment, everybody's scrambling now to buy the last of our coal because the people that have been buying us off us for years realise, hang on, it's actually going to become hard work to get bloody coal. So, I could start ranting, can I? We've been shut down, but I won't. But we got a steelworks just over that hill by there. As a crow flies, probably 10 miles away, we got a huge steelworks which is importing coal from all over the world. And we've got it in our back garden, and we're not going to dig it in our back garden and transport it down the short route with a very small environmental impact because you're taking a short route. Instead, somebody's going to dig it the other side of the bloody world, transport it probably for a day to get to a ship, put it in a ship, ship it the other side of the world and offload it here. It just don't make sense. It doesn't make sense when we got the best quality coal. We were economical lifting it, and we've just been shut down by a decision made by the Welsh government 5 or 6 years ago when they said, yeah, we're not going to produce any more Welsh coal. We don't actually need it. I think very shortly they're going to realise that they do need it. And you know, especially with this Ukraine war crisis, energy crisis. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to a normal person on the floor.
So there's no shortage of coal underground?
No, this mountain here, this one mountain that we've actually open cast mining started up here 40 years ago, about approximately 40 years ago, and I think we're halfway through the 4 phases that was up here. So there's that 40 years, we haven't worked the mountain for 40 years. It's been mothballed several times and worked other sites as we had to. But there's another 20 years of work up here and best quality Welsh anthracite. clean coal, not dirty coal. I might be smug in a few years when I could look at it and think, yeah, that's as I thought it was going to go. That's the last of our anthracite coal. Go down to the washery. We got another couple of days worth of anthracite down the wash as well.
What's so special about this place then?
Oh, it's like a crack of the boys there. I mean, I'd experienced it before I come here in, how can I explain, the rugby society, you know, pubs and etc. But when I come here, it was a different gravy, you know, proper old heads. Like, I could put a name to one or two of them, but I won't on camera.
Watching this now when it's all done. Oh, stop it, man, you knob!
Stay still, man.
It's him! Elvis will be watching this now. You're going, I was paying our electrician how much? £26 an hour? Yeah.
I just put a video of you dancing. Remember you dancing way back? Well,
For the camera, this is my break.
2015? Huh?
For the camera, you've been on break all day.
No break for the last fucking 4 years.
Cut it off.
The crack of the boys, you know, it's been great. Like, you give as much as you take as well. You know, it's good. Like, and I will honestly miss that as well. You know, as you will lose touch. You know, that's what happens. Like, unfortunately.
Oh no, you're gonna put that.
We granted another job after this place. Start on the 9th, finish on the 6th. Building roof trusses right close to my home, and yeah, it's something local, like, you know, it's pressure off the devastation this place going, like.
You only be a bus driver on the service buses, so completely different. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. New challenge,
So you've got to train up for it, is there?
Train up first, 5 exams to pass, and then train there with a buddy driver, and then that's it then. One of us is.
Different to this?
If it's going to be that easy, I don't think it's going to be that easy, but yeah, see how it goes now.
When do you start?
Monday.
Still got really emotional at the end of the shift because I miss a lot of the boys here. You know, taking my camera around for a few memories to look back on, but you know, yeah, it'll be a sad day today. Well, most of my life has been spent here. Started at 16. You know, so you know. The closer it gets to 12 now, then it's going to be more emotion, I suppose. Especially when I've got to give my own buddy a hug with her. 43 years, man and boy.
43-year hug.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 43-year hug, Roger the God. Yeah, I don't give you a kiss, so.
43 years we worked together, right? And tomorrow's the first time he's ever going to come out for a drink with us. If he turns
Oh,
up.
I went to the duff dances years ago when you got kicked out.
That's Willie thrown in the last bucket.
So long, and thank you. Thanks for everything.
That's it. All the best, Rod.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Last clock out. Last clock out ever. No, Rod. Ready? Last clock out. Hey! Thanks, guys. Might go walk once before, guys. Oh, Rod. See you tomorrow, Rod.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll be there, guys.
So long. You know, so long.
We all went there, innit? All the boys I was in school, primary school with. I would say 70%, 75% of us ended up underground, like, definitely.